We haven't done a shootout on Lowyat TV for a while now, so we got 4 phones in the 2000 ringgit price range that we would like to put to the test. These include the Honor View 10, the Samsung Galaxy A8, the Moto X4, and the Sony Xperia XA2 Ultra. So which one is the best and which one is for you? Let's find out. So let's start with design. There are really 2 categories of phones here. The 18:9 phones, which include the View 10 and the Galaxy A8, and 16:9 phones, which are the Moto X4 and the XA2 Ultra. It goes without saying the 18:9 phones are the sleeker ones between the 2 categories because of the minimal bezels. Personally, I do like the Moto X4's glass back, but the thick bezels just doesn't make it look that nice compared to the View 10 or the A8. As for the Xperia XA2 Ultra, it's just really thick and angular in comparison. So it's really a fight between the Galaxy A8 and the View 10. Between the 2 phones, I prefer the Galaxy A8 slightly more. It's very simple. It has a glass back, which in turn is grippier than the metal back of the View 10, and it is also water and dust resistant, much like the Moto X4. So in terms of design, the Galaxy A8 is the winner. And then we have software, and the Moto X4 is immediately in favour. Like most Motorola phones, the X4 has a very close to stock version of Android, so you get very minimal extra features. But the features that Motorola did add are genuinely useful, like the various motor gestures. You could chop twice to activate the flashlight, or you can twist the phone twice to activate the camera. It's very intuitive to use and it's very fun. Also, the Moto display on the X4 is one of the best lock screen notification system that we have ever tried. That is not to say the other phones don't offer good software experience, because they certainly do. Let's take the Xperia XA2 Ultra for instance. Its software is very close to stock Android as well, but it lacks the various useful features that you can find on the X4. The View 10, on the other hand, while it sports a heavily modified version of Android, it's still pleasant to use once you're used to it. There is certainly a transition period, especially if you're moving from other versions of Android. And then we have the Galaxy A8, which must be noted, it is the only phone in this list with an always-on display. Aside from that, even though it's only a mid-range smartphone, the software experience is very similar to that of the Note 8 and the Galaxy S8. So you're getting a very refined version of Android, although much like the View 10, you have to get used to it if you're coming from stock Android. But at the end of the day, the Moto X4 is our pick when it comes to software. Because of the minimal nature of its OS, it's very fast, it's very zippy, and it just does what you want to do with it. It's not actually fighting you, it just works. So the winner for the software part of the shootout is the Moto X4. Next, we have one of the most important part of any smartphone, battery life. We tested these phones over the course of several weeks and we cycled them as our daily driver. And surprisingly enough, the Xperia XA2 Ultra gave us the best battery life. We got about 6 hours of screen on time consistently with the phone, which is excellent. Next is the View 10, which we got about 5 to 6 hours of screen on time. Still very good, but not as good as the XA2 Ultra, obviously. Last but not least is the Galaxy A8 as well as the Moto X4. It gave us 4 to 5 hours of screen on time. It's not horrible, but it's also not that great either. So when it comes to sheer battery life, the XA2 Ultra is the winner. And then we have my personal favorite part of the shootout, the camera. These phones have a dual camera system one way or another. The View 10 and the Moto X4 have 2 back cameras, while the Galaxy A8 and the XA2 Ultra have 2 front-facing cameras. But enough of that, let's get to the rear camera first. So when it comes to this, the View 10 takes the best looking shots. Shots are properly exposed, it's very consistent regardless of lighting, whether it's nighttime or daytime, and overall it gave us the best shooting experience. Aside from the View 10, second place is the Galaxy A8. It takes pretty good looking shots too. Some of the shots are brighter than what the scene actually was, so that's not really good. And then in third and fourth place is the Moto X4 and the XA2 Ultra respectively. The Xperia XA2 Ultra just really can't deliver when it comes to nighttime shooting. It's also worth noting that the View 10 was the most pleasant phone to use. It has almost no noticeable shutter lag, with the worst being the XA2 Ultra. It has a very noticeable delay in between shots, and it's just not pleasant to use, especially when you're trying to catch a scene that is fast moving. But that's the rear camera. If you're more into selfies, the Galaxy A8 is the best of the lot. Because it has 2 front-facing cameras, it can emulate a bokeh effect pretty effectively. Of course, the View 10 can do it too, but it's not as refined as Samsung's implementation. If you're wondering if the XA2 Ultra can do it too, because it has 2 front-facing cameras as well, no, it can't. The thing is, it's actually a normal front-facing shooter paired with a wide-angle camera for group feeds. So which of these phones have the best camera performance? It depends. If you want a good rear camera, the View 10 is the best of the lot. But if you want a good selfie camera with a very decent back camera as well, the Galaxy A8 fits the bill. Last but certainly not least is value for money, and the View 10 is the most obvious choice here. It is the only flagship device in this list, and it also has the same processor found in the Huawei Mate 10 phones. Aside from that, it also has very good camera performance and decent battery life. Of course, the only thing that's missing in this flagship phone is any form of water or dust resistance. Speaking of which, that's where the Galaxy A8 comes in. It has a pretty decent processor, good camera performance, and pretty good battery life too. But what makes it an even better choice is the fact that it's more ergonomically friendly and it has a very refined software experience. Retailing at 1899, it's a pretty good package as a whole. And then we have the Moto X4, which also retails at 1899. However, it doesn't offer the same package as the Galaxy A8. The camera performance isn't as good as the A8, and while I like the glass back, it doesn't have as good of a camera as the Galaxy A8, and the design just pales in comparison to the A8's minimal bezels and sleek design. And if you're thinking of the XA2 Ultra, well, for one, it retails at 1999, making it one of the most expensive phones in this list. And yes, it has very good battery life, but that's the only thing it has going on for itself. So if value for money is what you're looking for, the View 10 is the winner. Although it retails at 2099, you can actually get it for as low as 1799 now. Coupled with the fact that this is a flagship device, that makes it a really good deal. So what is the best smartphone in this list? Well, it's a difficult question to answer. If you're looking for a good smartphone camera that also offers good value for money, the View 10 is the one for you. But if you want a good selfie camera in a package that is sleek and water resistant, the Galaxy 8 is the one for you. So on, so forth. But personally, for myself, the Honor View 10 is my choice. It has very good camera performance, good battery life, and most importantly, a fast processor. All in a package that is less than 2,000 ringgit. Like this video if you like it, subscribe to our channel if you enjoy our content, and if you want a more detailed look at the Shootout, you can check out the link in the description below.